Good afternoon, Mark Suttoth, HurricaneTrack.com here with your Hurricane and Hurricane HD video blog for Sunday, July 29th, 2012. A heads up for you folks in the Lesser Antilles, this tropical wave heading your way, and it is now beginning to increase its shower and thunderstorm activity. Little popcorn variety, little cluster right there. This will bring strong gusty winds on occasion, with heavy downpours, the possibility of some lightning. And you folks in the Lesser Antilles need to be aware that this is moving through. These tropical waves represent heat and energy in the tropics, and they can pack a punch. They don't have to be named storms or hurricanes to create problems, especially if you're out on a small boat or something like that. So folks down in the Lesser Antilles and eventually Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, be aware that this is out there and it's moving your way. I don't think that it'll develop, at least not in the near term. This region of the Caribbean Sea is pretty much a graveyard for tropical waves this time of year. If it's going to develop, it would have to do so in this region, if at all. But none of the global computer models are showing that. Looking at the heat potential, you can see as it's entering this area right here where the heat potential starts to go up, it is starting to increase its convection. No coincidence there. This region starts to get more moist and more unstable. With all the energy lying in the ocean there, it's no wonder this is starting to increase. Looking at it on the GFS model, 5,000 foot winds, you can clearly see the outline of the tropical wave here. A little area of vorticity in the middle, the wave axis somewhere like that. And all of that energy will be moving through this region over the next 48 hours or so. This is valid about right now. This is valid tomorrow morning. Monday morning, you can see the energy going right through the Lesser Antilles. Increase in showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds, a good bet. Pretty strong Bermuda high outlined over the Atlantic, so these little easterly waves that move off are going to be moving west for quite a while. And once we get into the meat of the hurricane season, that's going to be very important, these steering patterns. 48 hours out, the GFS indicating that the tropical wave starts to weaken some, perhaps as it interacts with land. I don't see it increasing too much more than it's doing right now, but again, I cannot emphasize enough that you folks down in the Leeward Islands and the Greater Antilles eventually need to be watching this just for the increase in shower thunderstorm activity, very heavy rain at times, and strong brief periods of gusty winds. In the Eastern Pacific, I don't know why this area was outlined, but there it is, just a small cluster. Nothing to worry about, 0% chance now of development. It was 10% earlier. It's gone down, so nothing out there to worry about. The Eastern Tropical Pacific, no problems at all. Check this out, the MJO forecast for the next 2 weeks from the GFS. Pretty favorable conditions now over the Western Pacific. The Atlantic Basin, things start to get a little bit more favorable, more moist and unstable. You see off of Africa, green, more green, and then look at 2 weeks out, right at the beginning of the Cape Verde season, very strong upward motion getting ready to work, according to the model anyway, getting ready to work into the Western Hemisphere. This entire region could be favorable for development. As we get into the middle part of August, we will examine that every now and then on this particular outlook. But nothing out there to be of much concern today. Just that tropical wave getting ready to move through the Lesser Antilles. Please be aware of that, especially folks going out on boats, hanging out at the beachfront, just trying to kick back. If you see a big squall line coming, that's the tropical wave. And it'll pass. It takes about a day, and then paradise will return to being paradise. Again, I'm Mark Suttoth for HurricaneTrack.com. Always glad to do these videos for Hurricane and Hurricane HD. Have yourselves a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll speak with you again tomorrow.